This is the all-new Jasion EB7. It's a well-rounded budget folding electric bike that's a ton of fun to ride. The EB7 features a 500-watt brushless motor with a max speed of 26 miles per hour, a compact folding design with a removable battery in the frame, 20 to 40 miles of range per charge, 20 by 3-inch puncture-resistant tires, an LCD display, a motorcycle-like twist throttle, a dual suspension system, front and rear head and taillights, and a price that's not going to break the bank. The EB7 offers you a lot of bang for your buck. It's a well-rounded bike that's ripe with features and a low price tag to match. I cannot stress that enough. So I say before we continue on with this review, we get out there, we go for a quick ride, and then we rewind a little bit to the time when I opened up and unboxed this e-bike. Sound like a plan? I say we do it. When you first get the EB7, it's going to arrive in a decently sized box. It's not as big and heavy as some other electric bikes out there, so it's definitely manageable. The bike itself comes securely packaged inside with lots of snipping and snapping required to get it out. You're also going to find a smaller box inside with tools, the power adapter, instruction manual, and more alongside the bike. The EB7 comes partially assembled, so you're going to need to finish putting it together when you take it out of the box. All I need to do is put the seat in, tighten on the handlebars, screw in the headlight, twist the pedals into place, and put the front tire on. All in all, it took me about half an hour to get it together and ready to ride. As far as design goes, the EB7 is sleek, simple, and solid. It's not a bike that's going to turn heads, but it looks good and feels really well made. It weighs about 59 pounds, so it's not all that heavy either. To fold it, you're going to need to undo the latches on the handlebar and the frame, fold up the pedals, and you're good to go. Once you do that, you'll also find that removable battery locked into the frame with a key. I love the fact that the battery is discreet in the frame and also fully removable. It gives you a bit more flexibility to reduce the overall weight of the bike and swap the battery out with a new one should you need to. We'll talk more about battery life and range in a bit. This bike also features a large bright LCD display on the handlebar that shows your speed, remaining battery life, what pedal assist mode you're in, and much more. It also has a USB port so you can charge your phone on the go. This is a very informative display that looks great even in the brightest of sunlight. One of my favorite things about the design of the EB7 though is the fact that it folds. I know I mentioned this before, but it is a big deal for me. I like to travel around with my bikes and take them places, so the EB7 is right up my alley. For a bike, it's actually pretty portable. When it's folded up, it will comfortably fit inside most mid-sized cars and SUVs. For an e-bike, this thing has a pretty small footprint. When it comes to riding, the EB7 is no slouch. It's a fun e-bike to ride. Despite it being a cheaper budget e-bike, this thing performs really well. I was able to hit 26 miles per hour while pedaling with the throttle all the way down. That's pretty amazing for an e-bike at this price point. The EB7 has 5 pedal assist modes that will ultimately determine your max speed. Turning that down to 0 will disengage the throttle and make this a pedal-only bike. Speaking of the throttle on this bike is a twist on the handle, so it's kind of like a motorcycle, kind of fitting in a way for how fast this thing can go. The overall riding experience is very comfortable. The seat is nice and soft, and those 20 by 3-inch tires make for a smooth riding bike that can easily tackle a wide range of terrain. This isn't an off-road bike or a trail bike, but it's gonna have no problem going through those rugged surfaces should you need to. The EB7 also features a front dual suspension system, which helps significantly with those rugged surfaces and delivers a smooth ride overall. You have the option to lock it in or open it up with the dial on the fork. The EB7 rides really nice. Okay, so now it's time to talk about battery and range. Jasion rates the EB7 at 20 to 40 miles of range per charge, and my time with it has been consistent with those numbers. Of course, your mileage is going to vary depending on how you push the motor, how much you pedal, and all of that. The range that you can get out of the EB7 is great. If you run out of juice, you can always use it as a regular bike and pedal to wherever you need to go, so you always have that option too. Although you can fold the bike and remove the battery to charge it, I really like that there's a pass-through hole in the frame to charge the battery without removing it. One of the downsides to a battery in the frame design like this is always having to fold the bike to get to the battery, and that can become a hassle over time. This little port solves that problem. The one thing that I'm not the biggest fan of is the location of the keyhole to power the bike. The opening is underneath the frame to power on, lock the battery into place, and of course remove the battery. To me, it's kind of in a weird spot because it can become a guessing game trying to get the key in the hole without bending down. It's a minor gripe, but I would have preferred the keyhole to be somewhere else, you know, maybe on the side or maybe on the handlebar or something like that. It's not a major knock, but it's one of those minor things that's just a little bit of nitpicking for me. All in all, at this point in the video, it should be no surprise at all that I am a big fan of the new Jasion EB7. This is a solid e-bike that looks good, rides great, will deliver solid mileage with that removable battery, and of course not terrible terribly break the bank. The cherry on top for me is obviously the fact that this is a foldable bike. I know I sound like a broken record saying it all the time, but this folding design makes the EB7 super compact, so you can store it in a little corner in your garage, your shed, your apartment, or, you know, toss it in your trunk and take it with you on a trip or on vacation or something like that. It's not going to take up a whole lot of space, so you can always have an e-bike with you for whenever you want to ride. Overall, you do get a lot of bang for your buck with the new Jasion EB7. If you're in the market for a solid e-bike, the EB7 here is going to get you wherever you need to be without an issue. This thing is sweet. Anywho, that's about it for this video, my friends. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you did and you liked what you saw, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button because it always helps out the channel. Also, don't forget to follow at Raymond Strazdas on Twitter and Instagram for much more. Until the next one, I will catch you guys later. Peace!